Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're all having a good week. I'm actually shooting this video the same day as I did my last video. Woke up inspired today. It's time to get things going. I've been kind of in a funk for the last year, probably actually the last 2.5 years. So motivated this week, getting things done, and today I'm going to share with you what cooked foods I eat on a mostly raw food diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down there now and hit that red subscribe button. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I don't think I've mentioned particular stuff in a while. I just mentioned, I'm pretty open with the fact here because I just want to be transparent. That I include some cooked food in my mostly raw food diet. And I think when people hear that, it's just kind of the world we live in today. There's no in-betweens. People, like, we go from one extreme to the other. I think anytime I mention that I eat some cooked food, people think like, he's eaten a lot of cooked food, or he's changed a lot of how he ate since he was in Costa Rica or over the time I've been in the States. And it's really not. It's just kind of a perception. I really don't eat all that much cooked food. I would say if you totaled up all the volume of the food that I eat, all the calories, like if you took the total calories of everything that I eat, or just even the volume of the food, that I'm definitely above 95% raw, in the 90s anyway. It's not that much. Like I said, I just add a few things in here and there, mostly for weight. And it has worked because, if you go back and look through my videos, and I'm not saying I couldn't add weight or add sufficient weight with the raw food diet, but if you go back and look in my videos, it was just like, I'd gain a little weight when I was in Costa Rica, but then I wouldn't be diligent, and I didn't, because you have to eat all the time, and then I'd go up and down. Since I've just added a little bit of cooked food in there, I've gained a little weight. I'm about 160, anywhere between 167, 170, depending on the day. And this year, I want to hold on. What's normally happened since I've been back in the States the last few years is I'll gain some weight during the winter, and then it just goes away during the spring and the summer just because I don't eat enough. I get drinking too much watermelon juice. There's just too much going on. You just don't eat as much. So I'm going to try to hold on to that weight this summer. But like I say, it's a perception. I'm not really eating all that much cooked food. And the cooked food, when I eat cooked food, I generally don't eat cooked food just willy-nilly. Over the last year, since this pandemic's been going on, I don't go to Pensacola like I used to. So I've probably, in the last year, only eaten at that vegan restaurant, picked up and taken away. I've probably only eaten there 3 or 4 times in the last year. When I eat at that vegan restaurant, yes, that's just totally for enjoyment. I'll get something that's not the best for me, but that hadn't been happening. When I'm here at home, cooked food, like I say, is very utilitarian, and I want it to count as much as possible. So when I'm eating any cooked food, I think nutrition. How can I get the most nutrition out of these calories? Just like I was talking in my new philosophy, or probably not my new philosophy, nutritarian. I'm a nutritarian, trying to get as much nutrition, as many nutrients in every bite, calorie that I take. So I try to get things that are as good for us as possible. And I also try to focus on things that digest well in the body. And I also coordinate my cooked food with my raw food in a way that it digests easily. Because you guys remember, a few videos ago, I talked about how important, like, digestion is everything to me. If my digestion is not good, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So the main thing I eat, potatoes, sweet potatoes if possible. The last year, the sweet potatoes have not been that great in this area. And most of the time when I eat cooked food, it's not like I just have a whole meal. I say, okay, I'm going to eat a cooked meal. Most of the time, it's usually just something within a salad. Like, that's one of my go-tos right there, whether it's sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, is I'll steam a couple of potatoes, make my salad just like I would as normal. Big head of romaine lettuce, lentil sprouts, dressing, all the stuff I put in it. And then I'll add the sweet potatoes just directly in the salad. That is probably the most digestible food and the combination of any of the cooked food that I eat right there. When I eat sweet potatoes mixed with a salad, I don't notice. It's almost like if I didn't know what I'd just eaten, I would think that I had eaten a completely raw dinner. Doesn't bother me at all. The potatoes, like I say, I do eat russet potatoes. I eat the little red potatoes, especially over the last year. And they do well. They don't bother me. They're not quite, maybe a little bit of a difference when I eat the regular potatoes. And I just know, another reason I pick the sweet potatoes, if I'm going to eat cooked food, I want as much nutrition as possible. The sweet potatoes have more nutrients in them, I believe. I know they're hella high in vitamin A. I'm not sure if sweet potatoes have some vitamin C, but they're more full of vitamins and nutrition. While I don't think potatoes are bad for us, like the russet potato just doesn't have a lot of stuff going for it. But once again, not dumping on it. I still like to put in fact, no, I didn't yesterday was the day. Had a couple of big steamed regular russet potatoes on my salad, and gotta admit, a russet potato tastes good with the salad too. It really soaks up the dressing well. What else? You guys know I talk about eating, I've been like sprouted lentils have become a big part of my diet. In fact, I try to get those every single day. Usually I'm pretty good. I've gotten really good about that. I do about 6 days out of the week, but usually at least one day a week I'll eat beans. Depends. Sometimes I'll just eat some baby lima beans that are flash frozen. No, they're not fresh. Somebody will ask for details. They're not fresh. They're these flash frozen. They're not like bird's eye or anything, but I'll eat some lima beans. More often though, I'll just get a can of black beans with no salt added. Black beans, no salt added, so there's no sodium in there, and I'll eat those. And sometimes when I'm eating the beans, they kind of get lost in the salad. So I will eat sweet potatoes and black beans sometime, or I'll just have the black beans on the side. So I'll eat the potatoes. I eat some black beans. What else? Because I'm possibly going to eat that with a salad tonight. Oh, I love plantains. In the banana family, it's also, yes, it's mostly starch when it's green where you boil it, but still another one that digests very well for me. Gives me calories, very dense, but it digests well for me. So I eat those quite a bit. And then other than that, I just feel every once in a while I'll get a taste for some squash. Maybe the squashes, I'll just steam some squash. And that's more just because I like the taste of steamed squash. Love it. So I'll steam up some squash and put in there. I know something I had over the weekend, this past weekend, beets. I'll steam some beets every once in a while. So you see these things that I'm talking about. Number one, I'm not eating a lot of cooked food to begin with, but when I'm eating cooked food, I'm not doing it with this mindset of like, ooh, I'm going to break bad, or ooh, I'm like having I don't look at it like a cheat day, or I'm stepping down, or some sort of celebration. Now, I'm sure when that restaurant opens again, it's open. I don't get down to Pensacola all that much, but I'm sure when I'm getting back to Pensacola again, I'll stop by and get my barbecue jackfruit sandwich from time to time. But what you gonna do? That's every couple of weeks, once a month, whatever. But no, in all seriousness, the things that I do add are it's not a lot. And like I say, I try to pick things that actually have nutritions. I know in that last video I mentioned, Fiber Fueled, the book Fiber Fueled, and, the legumes. I know, and listen, like this video isn't really made for the diehard raw is law type people, because all you do is see raw, and God bless if that's working for you. I will end by saying this. There's some people, I'm never knocking a fully raw food diet. What I'm knocking are cult-like people. I don't like cult-like mentality on anything. I get along fine. I had several conversations over the weekend with Melissa, asking her some questions. We talked a little bit about fiber fueled. Chris Kendall, cooked, raw, vegan, no vegan. I couldn't recommend anybody better to go to talk to about your body, about health. I was about to say about a raw food diet, but just health in general. The guy is very smart. He's very healthy. And he does this diet in a way that I totally respect, and he's fully raw, so I don't have a problem. It's possible to do, but they take, like, people like Melissa, people like Chris, take the time to learn about the nutrition of it. It's all about the nutrition in the end, and you got to read a book, and you can't just read raw food books. You read some of the other information on a plant-based diet out there. It's more science-based. And you can take that information, not trying to move you towards cook, but you can take that information that's not necessarily talking about raw, but you can take that information and translate it over and use it in your raw food diet. But in the end, it comes down to nutrition. What is fueling our body the best? It's not about being part of a group, part of a club. I'm a fully raw vegan. If you are and that's working for you, that's great. But you do you, I'll do me. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again at the end of the week. Peace.